According to the National Institute of Health, 1 in 7 women develop postpartum depression. In this video, I'm going to share some of the ways that I take care of my mental health throughout my postpartum 4th trimester. I think it comes as no surprise when I say that depression rates are rising every single year in our society. One of the reasons, I'm sure, is the lack of face-to-face interactions. That we have a lot of time online, social media, a lot of time comparing our lives with other people's highlight reels. But what are we doing about it? I think being proactive and staying on top of your mental health is so important so it doesn't get to the point where you are super depressed. Studies have shown that working out 2 hours per week, so that is 30 minutes a day or less, can actually have more success than you taking antidepressants to fight depression. This is, of course, if you have mild to moderate depression. If you have a severe case of depression, of course, go see a doctor. And even if you feel like staying active isn't doing that for you, it's important to talk to someone. I thought it was important to share this study with you guys because that is something that has helped me so much throughout the years. I notice whenever I'm not working out, I see a huge decline in my mood, my mental health, everything suffers. So during my postpartum phase, I make it a point to stay active. Now, you may be wondering, what time do you find to stay active, Talita? You have a newborn, you have a toddler. How is that even possible? And it is hard. It is not easy. You have to be so intentional about that time. And that is why recently I've switched from lifting weights in my garage, which right now in Texas is 100 degrees. So it's not for the faint of heart to work out there, to doing the Melissa Wood Health workout. Now, this is just one resource I'm sharing with you guys because I have done a Melissa Wood Health workouts for a while. I really enjoy the workouts. I really enjoy the results. So I can only speak to that. But the reason why I like that is because you can choose how many minutes you want to work out and they are effective. So for example, the workout that I'm going to show you guys, that was a 15-minute ab burner. And I'm telling you, every single part of my body was burning. It was so effective. It was so hard. And it was just my body weight. So don't sit there and think, I gotta get in the car and go to the gym if I want to stay active. There are so many things that you can do. What you mainly need to do is stop making excuses and get your butt out there and do something about it, especially if you're feeling down. Don't let depression win. Another way that I keep saying throughout the postpartum season, and this is going to come as no surprise if you've been following my channel for a while, it's to clean my house, have a clean space. I can't emphasize the importance of a clean space for not just me, but anybody. If your mind is cluttered and your space is cluttered, how can you even think clearly? You are just constantly just looking around, wasting your time looking for things and stressing yourself subconsciously just by existing. So it's really important for if you are currently struggling to maintain a clean space, because again, it's not easy when you have kids to maintain a clean space. My main tip is to clean as you go and make sure that your kids understand that, you know what, they might have to wait for you to do the dishes real quick and then you go play. I think that doing that from a very young age is very, very helpful. And this is something that I have done from the start with Kaiden, and I will do this with Vincent as well. He forever, since he was a little baby, has watched me. He ate his food. When he was done with the food, he would sometimes whine, and I would say, okay, honey, it's time to clean up. And we would sing, or I would sing, because he didn't know how to sing yet, the cleanup song. And as I was singing the cleanup song, I was washing the dishes. So I was entertaining him with a song as I was cleaning the dishes. I think this is helpful because you aren't piling up dishes from the entire day. You are cleaning as you go. So it's never too overwhelming. So if you are right now looking at your sink and it's filled with dishes, like the piles are just like getting higher and higher, that just means that you're waiting until the end of the day or you're procrastinating doing your dishes. If you just take 5 minutes to clean after you're done eating and after your kids are done eating, it will make your life so much easier and it will help you maintain a clean space. This goes for everything else. This goes for, the playroom. I know I showed you guys some shorts that I'm doing while the kids are napping. While my kids are napping, the playroom is getting cleaned. I do it midday so that when they wake up again, the playroom is nice and clean. So it's, inviting for them to play there again. And then once they go to bed, I clean it again. But that allows me to take less time to clean, if that makes sense, because it's never too much. Another very overlooked thing that we can do for our mental health is to romanticize our home life. That is something I've talked about before. If you've been around, oil diffuser is my number one. It's my best friend. That every morning routine that I have to go and turn the oil diffuser on, have a little peppermint oil in there or lavender, whatever I'm feeling that day, it just helps me feel at ease. You have to purposely create an environment in your home that is inviting, peaceful, and a place that you enjoy being in. Because let's face it, you are there a lot. And especially during the postpartum season, especially if you have a newborn, you're hardly leaving the house. It can be such an isolating time that if you currently live in a place where you don't enjoy, it's not helping your mental health. The last thing I want to share with you guys, as I'm in the kitchen just finishing making my quinoa for my son and I, because he loves quinoa too, is eating healthy throughout this time. Now, if you know me, I'm eating healthy regardless. This is just something that I find helps boost my mood. It makes me feel like I'm taking care of myself, and especially when you become a parent, it hits different. Working out, eating healthy, you do it not just for you anymore. You do it for your kids because you want to stay around for as long as possible. You want to have as much energy to run around and play with them. You want to feel good mentally and physically. It's just so important. And it sets an example, which I think is so underrated. It's easy for us to, again, sit there and say, I don't have time, or, I am being selfish by taking 30 minutes to work out instead of playing with my kids. You're not being selfish. It's actually the other way around. You're showing them what it looks like to prioritize your health and well being so that when they grow up, they can do the same for themselves. And I would just like to say, again, it's an 80-20 rule here. I'm not eating healthy all the time. Trust me, I have my pizza. I love my burgers. I love my fries, and I have them. And I like my margaritas. I like my drinks. So from Monday to Friday, eat what I meal prep. But on weekends, I let loose. I eat whatever I want. I don't feel guilty about it because I know that 80% of the time, I put in the work. And I think that that is something for you to ask yourself, like, am I putting in the work 80% of the time? Because when you do that and you're able to also just let loose and have fun and enjoy yourself, have that drink, have that pizza, then, you're not bored of the healthy eating throughout the week because you have something to look forward to. Trust me, once you start eating healthy and just staying active in general, you will automatically want to keep doing it because you will see how much your mood has improved. how much your energy has improved, and you would just feel more confident. You will feel better about yourself, and it will feel great for you to know, listen, I am setting a great example for my kids every single day. I hope this video was helpful, and if it was, don't forget to like, subscribe, share with a mom friend, and I will see you next time.